Well, it is January the 15th. I live in Tennessee, down south of Nashville, and we're not used to this around here. This is like the snow we get up north, and normally we just get some slushy, wet ice stuff. But I took a load going to Fort Myers, Florida, so we're gonna get headed on up. I think once I get north of Bowling Green, all this will go away. Not what we used to around here. So I wound up not working last week. They didn't have a lot going on, and I that wasn't nothing going on that I wanted to take, and I figured I'd wait and get something this week. So I kind of need to go to work, but right now, right here, I've already been out driving around this morning, and it's not bad. It's not slick at all. It's just wondering how it's going to be going through Nashville and all that. Looks like if I get up north of Bowling Green, hell, I'll be all good. But we'll see. But what everybody asked me, said, "You're leaving, going to work today?" Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be like -7 up in Indiana, and I heard there was a ton of snow up near the up there in the yard. This is my field weather front on my 2018 Chevrolet Silverado. It's just got the little sticky studs that stick to the truck, so there's no drilling holes or any of that stuff. It came with a bug screen as well. And the reason I got it on is today I'm in Kentucky, and we don't see a lot of temperatures this cold, but it is 13 degrees, and my water temperature is not staying up, and when the water temperature goes down, the heater doesn't work as well. So I figured I'd close those up, and so far I really like that thing. It comes in handy, and it keeps all the crap from blowing into the grill and the radiator and AC condenser and all that stuff. Up to Memphis, Indiana last night, and to be honest with you, driving through all that crap yesterday just wore me out. I didn't sleep very good the night before last, and I slept really good last night though, but driving through all that stuff on the way up here wore me out. It wasn't that bad once I got into Kentucky. It started thinning out real good. Temperatures got colder, but the roads got drier. They really treated the roads up here, so not really worried about today, even though it is 11 degrees outside. I hope everybody has put additive in their fuel tank. I put enough house in my 69 gallon tank to treat 150 gallons of fuel. Just, I'd rather overkill it than underkill it, you know. But I'm talking to a gentleman this morning that has had his fuel gel up, and when the temperatures get down this cold, it's good to have that stuff. Even though the fuel up here is treated, a lot of the fuel up north is treated, you never know when it's, you know, when you're buying it out of the pump, you never know how well it was treated. So I went ahead and treated the fuel in the auxiliary tank. The reason I didn't treat the fuel in my regular tank is I don't plan on cutting the truck off, and as long as you keep the truck running, and I have the winter front on to keep the engine temperature up, it should keep the fuel returning to the tank warm enough to keep it from gelling, but that's not a guarantee. I need to put some in the actual tank too. But in my experience with it, I've had trucks gel up before, and once you get them running where the fuel starts circulating, they're usually fine unless it gets down in the negatives. And if you're in the negatives, you want to have something in there regardless. But by the time I get up here, I'll have the fuel from the auxiliary tank going in. But kind of gambling with it a little bit, but I think I'll be alright. But yeah, I hate to see anybody broke down here. That's the first thing I asked that gentleman this morning, is if you're in a safe spot where you can stay warm, because it's way too cold to be breaking down out here in this kind of weather. But that's my air compressor kicking on. This cold weather finds any air leaks that the air system got on it. And I think it's okay. It's just kicking on more than usual. But like I say, if it's got a small leak, it turns into a medium leak when it gets cold like this. But anyway, I think I'm gonna grab some breakfast and get headed on up. So here we are, row 9 in the Goshen yard, and figure out what my number is. Picking up a 36-foot Model Z. And put my skepticals on. $2056. It's us right here on the end. I didn't make it 2 steps. Came back and got these. All they do is just stretch out, hook them on the front, and stretch them and pull them around, and hook them on the back. Make all the difference in the world. I was slipping and sliding on that where it's packed down like crazy. So much better. Hey, I already had to jump back in, warm up for a minute, but I got the keys, got the paperwork, walked around, checked it out, and I hope my fuel hasn't gelled, because I have a full auxiliary tank, but I'll let it get down to nothing in the truck tank. So get out, pull my bed cover up, get that started draining, and try to get hooked up. Looked the camper over and got my battery put in, and I'm back in the truck warming up again. My fingers start getting cold, I stop. I'm not gonna let them get to the point where they're just throbbing, aching cold. But give it a couple minutes and go try to get my plate on, get the wheels torqued down, and get backed on up under this thing. Loving the dash camera. That thing makes stuff awesome. And I haven't pulled a fifth wheel in a while, but I tell you, this is a whole lot better than being out here trying to mess with weight distribution and all that crap. And then this one has got its own stretchy brake cable cord. And but I tell you, in case it didn't, or in case it's too short, I got another one right there. And what I do, because that thing will stretch out, pull tight and pull that out, you can also do them like this. That's why I keep my own red stretchy cable back here. Took my fingers out of the gloves just long enough to hook that cable together. Now keep your hand in the gloves. Yeah, I don't know if it's the brakes that are froze up on it or the tires are froze to ice, but I've been sitting here for a couple minutes just rocking it back and forth, and the trailer don't even seem like it's moving. Me and another guy was talking about earlier, I'm wondering if you guys have the Chevrolet. You can get to this screen if you've got a 2017 to 2019. It's on the truck, but I had to go in and turn it on, and You just go into options and it's in there where you can add and remove screens. But have y'all ever noticed that if you start spinning a tire, that tire will turn, the one that spins will actually turn a different color. Got it hooked up, it's a 36-foot Brinkley, and my air down a little bit. We're gonna see this controller that comes with the airlift. I ran over the original one and then I ran over the second one I had. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. We'll see if the airbags are froze up or not. It's on 5 PSI. I don't remember what my presets are because I normally do it from my phone. And these gloves are super thick. Heck, there's 40. Oh yeah, they come right up. And I heard the compressor kick on, so I don't think we're gonna need 40, so I'm gonna drop it back down to 25, and I'll see how that rides. And if that don't ride right, then we'll change it a long way. I see it dropping back down a little bit there, but your truck's fairly level. Anyhow, feels weird hooking to a fifth wheel after pulling all those travel trailers because the bumper pulls, because of no weight distribution, all that stuff. There's really nothing to hook up but the safety cable and the fifth wheel. You know, make sure the jaws are latched. Always walk in behind by the tailgate and look up in there and make sure the jaws are wrapped around. Make sure the pin's in right here so it can't come unlatched. Hook the safety cable up. I did turn my fuel on and it's not gelled up, it's running in. That lock right there won't lock, it's froze up. Everything else that I saw seemed to look pretty good. Even the caps were on the big pipes over here. That's the longest one I've pulled since I've been back. 36 foot, it looks like a 45 foot. But all the lights seem to be working. These gloves, one reason I like them so much, if you listen, you can hear them crackling around. That's the plastic inner liner in them. It keeps the water from going through the gloves and getting directly on your fingers. A day like today, playing around the snow, that's pretty awesome. I don't know how to tell you where I got them though. These are, Lord, I can't read that, maybe you guys can. But they make a lot of different ones. I've got a thicker pair back there in a bin that I keep just in case. But I haven't used them in a long time. They're super thick, super bulky, and you cannot grab hold of anything when you've got them on. And something else I was going to show just for kicks is steering wheel in the truck, 73 degrees. Because I have the heat cranked up. Bed of the truck, 3.6. Well, right here at Glendale, Kentucky this morning at the Petro. Got in here last night and was as far as I wanted to go. And look at all that road salt. I had these closed up last night while I was idling. Just come out and open them back up, and as long as the temperature stays below 20 degrees, I'll leave that thing on. But everything's still looking good, slightly salty. But I had a guy put a comment on my air drain video, the drain for the air tank. Said that wouldn't make it no time, it would get knocked off. Covered in ice and road salt, but it's still there. Still working good too. The only thing I hate about the snow, the biggest thing I hate about all this weather is the salt. It gets in and on every freaking thing. But anyway, we're gonna try to get moving on. We are coming off Mont Eagle. I saw all kind of horrible videos about Mont Eagle yesterday. They said it was really, really bad, and that's one reason I waited a little bit at Glendale about getting took off, because I wanted to make sure that the sun and everything else had its time to do whatever it could. But as of so far, coming up and going down, Mont Eagle's not a problem. And this is Wednesday, I don't know what today's date is, the 17th. And I was hoping to make it down to Reddick, Florida tonight, but I just don't, I'm not going to push it. It's not like I don't have time. We'll probably wind up delivering this. Unless all the cards just fall my way, we'll probably deliver this Friday morning. But, yeah, it's definitely been a pretty ride, but this, it kind of gets your nerves going about black ice and all that stuff, especially when you hear all different people talking, but it's not been too bad. It's not been as bad as I thought it was going to be, and what I thought it was going to be wasn't as bad as other stuff that I've driven on before. So, anyway, kind of figured I'd give y'all a little update. I took my weather front. The temperature come up to about 28 degrees, 28, 29, and I unsnapped the two outside snaps on it and bolted it in behind it. So it's not really held by anything, but the wind pushing against the front of the truck kind of keeps it where I want it. And I tried that out. I'd never tried it before, and I just wanted to let a little bit more air in. I really wish that thing had 4 flaps on it instead of 2. But I don't really need it, but I still like the thought of all this road salt and stuff that I'm driving through. I really like that it's keeping all that stuff out of my radiator and my AC condenser and all that stuff. And once I get on 75 somewhere, I'm sure I'll take it off, because I don't need it for heat wise. And while I was driving, I didn't need it for heat wise coming back. You know, I just put it on there, especially when I was sleeping. Like I say, if you don't have it on there and it's 2, 3, 4 degrees, I notice the heater doesn't blow as hot. It's still hot, it's to keep you comfortable, but it don't get as hot as it does, you know, whenever you got the weather front on. It's not getting all that cold air out in there on it all night. So my ears are trying to pop. It's kind of messing with my head coming off this mountain. But yeah, Mont Eagle's in good shape. Next thing I got to deal with is trying to get through Chattanooga. I don't know how big a deal that's going to be. It'll be somewhat close to rush hour when I get there, but hopefully everybody stayed home today. It's kind of rainy here in Fort Myers, Florida, and we're almost here to deliver. We're 1.9 miles away, and I'm hoping after I get it unloaded, I can go find Mr. Car Wash, get all the salt off my truck, and hoping to find some kind of restaurant out on the beach, and get some lunch. Then Mr. Brad sent me a couple of gift cards for Omaha Steaks, and they have a store here, so I'm gonna run down and try out my Omaha gift card. Anyway, I haven't been to this one before. I come down the last time when I went to Blue Compass, and it wasn't hard at all to find. It was kind of confusing. If you go to Blue Compass RV, you'll want to turn into the left. The GPS will take you to the left. Everything points for you to go to the left. But you actually turn into the right. You kind of go around the curve and make a real sharp turn back into the parking lot. And me and another guy had to back out of the first parking lot and go over into that one. But this one shouldn't be too hard to find. I was told that there is a boat dealer right on the other side, and go right past the boat dealer and it'll be the next entrance. So we'll try to figure that out right quick. And there's Blue Compass right there on our right. Here on 41, and we are looking for General RV. That's a Jaguar. Land Rover. I guess we need to take a ride up here, just red light. There's the boat place he was telling me about, right here on the right. And General RV should be right here somewhere. Yep, right across the street. matter of fact, it looked like I was supposed to have went straight ahead and turned into their parking lot. Dadgummit. Because there's really no way that I can see that I can do that now. I'm kind of stuck. All the gates are closed. That's wonderful. So, back gate's not. We'll get on in here and get checked in and figure out what we're supposed to do, and then I'll get back with you guys. So this guy is delivered, and that is one sweet pulling camper. It's pulled better than any other 36-foot camper that I've ever pulled, and this thing is crusty like a saltine cracker. I'm about to take it, all the salt that's down in the footsteps here and all up in the fenders. I'm finna find a Mr. Car Wash and get it sprayed out real good. Then I'm gonna go find some food, try to get some lunch on the beach, and then I'll be headed back probably to I'll either go to the house or I'll go back up and get another one for Monday. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.